Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna finish up the league with this deck. I liked Sea Gate Stormcaller. Didn't really love Village Rites. Um, I don't really miss the fourth arrow. Yeah, so those are my thoughts for now. The traps are mostly a concession to how much fast combo there is, but those can obviously go once it, backs off. Um, quick note before I start playing matches is if you enjoy the stream, hit that sub button, hit that follow button, join my Discord, and if you're interested in coaching, type exclamation point coaching. I do a thing now for every two subs I get, I open a paper booster on webcam, and you know, it's it's been great to look at paper cards and put them in front of the webcam for everyone to enjoy and share. Anyways, let's get to some matches. Enough rambling. Yeah, I lost to Hogak 0-2, beat Death and Taxes 2-1. I mostly left their rip and play and still won eventually on like turn 17 versus TNT. I feel like that just happens all the time. Alright, I guess I'll get Underground Sea off this Delta, but there's certainly a fail case involved with this. I think not getting Underground Sea would be even worse, though. Because if I just want to decay like any turn, like an Aether Vow or something. Alright, that's pretty good, though. So I guess... Doesn't matter how I do this. I want to put the Forceful in my hand, I guess. So the Astrolabe should be underneath it. That's pretty perfect. But I've contemplated playing music, but I don't want to play copyrighted music. So I don't even know what music you can even play if that's the case. Sure. So there are two ways to play this matchup. You could either like remove all of their accelerants and hope it slows them down enough, or you could just kill their threats. Kind of think going after the mana is good sometimes, but not all the time, and deciding when it's correct is actually difficult. I think here, since I only have one answer, like suppose their hand is multiple 3-drops, killing the birds means that they don't get to play the 3-drop until turn 3. So I kind of actually like killing the birds here. That was a long-winded way of saying that I am gonna bolt the birds, I guess. But it's not as a slam dunk as people make it out to be, I think. Alright, so I think I'm rewarded here because the thing I described, multiple 3-drops, looks like happened. But that's like by no stretch of the imagination a lock to happen. That's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna brainstorm because like finding more lands would be good. Oh, that's pretty good too. I think the Force of Negation kind of sucks, but it's a pitch card. I think my actual worst card is probably either the second Brainstorm or Force of Negation. But I want to keep things in my hand. I mean, I guess I'm going to slowly redraw them anyways. So I'm going to... There's probably an optimal way to do this. I guess I'll just put these two on top. The plan is to Stormcaller Ponder next turn. I want to leave up Plow to make good use of the mana because like they're so likely to play a 3-drop creature. I think. Alright. I would be shocked if they didn't play a 3-drop creature. How's Stormcaller? Alright. This is what I thought would happen. It's been okay. I kicked it on a Village Rites last night. You can check out that YouTube VOD. It's already up. I think it's generally a fine card. It's not like an insane card, but it's a fine card. Alright, yes. I would like most of these cards. In fact, I think I want... I'm just going to draw all of these cards. Not bad. Not bad. If I want to pitch a card, I probably want to pitch Teferi the most, but realistically I'm going to pitch Force of Negation, so... I guess it kind of doesn't matter. Kind of just have it all. So next turn I can actually Stormcaller Brainstorm and fetch in between the Brainstorms, which is kind of insane. I'm not actually convinced the body is that good versus a Delver deck. Okay. You got it. You got it, boss. Ah, I see. So actually my dual lands are pretty safe. And I think Felidar Retreat's insane in this matchup. I was considering Retreat or Shark Typhoon as basically go over the top card. It's early as hell. I mean, I've been awake since 7:30. Maybe if you're a college student, you think it's early as hell. Yeah, Anu was playing it last night as well. This is also a matchup where I can realistically see kicking this card, which is kind of crazy. Yo, Serious List, thank you for the follow. Alright, resolve my first Brainstorm. I know, that was the joke. So I think I'm just gonna actually re-Brainstorm here because I do want that. I basically want all 4 of these cards, and the Teferi would be nice to have. Land would also be nice to have. Then we're gonna ship the Dead of Winter, actually, as crazy as that sounds. Don't think it's actually necessary or desirable. Now that I know they're Nick Fit and not like Mav. Right. I think it's safe, mostly safe to get dual lands in this matchup. Perfect. Actually, it is perfect. If they therapy me, I'll just plow the Veronix War in response and try to cut them off of some amount of mana or advantage. Did one punish is Phyrexian Tower? It's actually a pretty big punish. Oh, can I have that Dead of Winter back? This is weird. They have a lot of acceleration for like more than normal, I would say. I am gonna kill this. They have exactly 2 cards, so hemming them seems like pretty good to me. No. So, Min, a lot of people ask me about this. They deterministically have 2 cards now, so I can wipe them out. If I wait until their draw step, they draw an additional card. So that is not deterministic, right? You would only draw step him if there were a new card. I don't think it actually makes any sense to draw step him when they have exactly 2 cards, right? Yeah, a lot of people brought that up yesterday, and I think like you just have to think it out a little bit more. No, it does matter, right? Like Pokemon, what if they just drew a Brainstorm? Oh, they can't cast it. Never mind. Um, I think I could construct some obscure situation where it does matter. What if they have Obstinate Beowulf in their deck? Like, there's just like weird corner cases where you might as well just cut it off, right? Okay, why are there so many Triumphs in their deck? All right. Naming Force is reasonable. I haven't cast one yet. This is why I plowed the Vedex last turn. Because I also wanted to use my mana last turn. I could plow both of these this turn. Actually looks kind of good to me. I think I will do that. So the question is, do I cast this or this? I actually think I want to cast this. The reason being, like, so they know about this card, but if I cast this first, then my Dead of Winter will kill this. So I think casting this first is better, actually. A lot of words to say something that's not that likely to matter. It could matter, I guess. This is like the perfect matchup for this card, I think. Like, you just want like Flame Tongue Kabus or Snapcaster Mages or whatever, you know? You just want ways to grind. Honestly, it does not look like Plow is amazing versus their deck so far, but I think there might be like... Oh, they had a tracker. They showed me a tracker that I killed on their turn 2, essentially. Alright. Cantrip would be good. That'll be good for Uro. So, this is the Jeskai Triumph. So are they 4-color? I do not get priority, which sucks. There goes my Stormcaller. Would I like to draw Uro or Felidar Retreat or Cantrip? Bolus? Isn't Bolus black, black, black? Or which Bolus? There's a lot of Boluses. That's not ideal. Oh, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, huh? That kind of sucked. Why is he ambitious to play? I'm behind the decking war. Plus, they'll be able to cast all of their stuff. They might not play it. They might fear a force. But if they cast it, I'm dead. Yeah, I would not put them on Bolus there either. These plows do not look good in this matchup, except for the Tireless Tracker. But that sucks. I feel like I got a little bit unlucky there, but the game lasted so long that they were able to push through one force. If I'd kept the other force instead of the plow, it would have ended up a lot better for me, but that's okay. Oh, you're lots of lava lamps? Oh, but I kind of liked Updraft Elemental. Yo, thanks for the sub, and thanks for the follow, Seriousless and Coinman1863. Damn, I missed that pun. That pun was so good. This doesn't actually do very much, I think. 0 so far. More likely in a post-board game, but... I don't want to cut my forces because like they have 4 mana planeswalkers. I think I'll just cut Coatl. I don't think it's actually that good. I think I can shave like 1 plow, maybe, but not more than that. Maybe 1 plow, 1 decay. Like, plow's not amazing for some. I think it's okay, but I don't think it's amazing. Damn, that second card was so brutal. I had like a reasonable amount of time, but not a lot. Like the problem with snow is closing the door in those situations is not that fast. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I think in these matchups you should just keep any reasonable hand. Yeah, but floating on plows is kind of awful. Is the counterpoint. So I think I'm going to go turn 2 Library, turn 3 Leovold, which looks pretty good to me. Yeah, drawing the second plow sucks. Like, it sucked so bad that game, as you can see. Okay. Mine's better. This is definitely a Spiderman.gif situation. Just gonna max it out. Leovold looking excellent here. I like playing one of this card in most of the snow decks because it's just such a high impact card in a lot of matchups. It's like, it's basically a hate bear except it costs 3, so it's bear's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Do I want to pay 8 again? No, I think I only want to pay 4. I'm likely to get a shuffle. Well, I'm not actually, but I think I can wait. I can wait for a better spot for a different 4 mana life payment. Right. I should have actually drawn the Astrolabe. Oh no, I shouldn't have. This is better. This is actually better. Let's discuss it in the Discord later. Lots of lava lamps. It's going okay. I'm 1-1 this week. This is game 2 versus. It looks like a Planeswalker heavy version of Nick Fit. How do I beat Thrun? I don't know, probably just block it for a while, right? The real concern is what happens if my Uros get surgicaled, which is always the concern with this snow deck. I sided out Dead of Winter, Frosty. I don't think it's very good versus them. I might reconsider for game 3. So I don't have another black source in the deck, which I hope doesn't cost me, but it's sort of just what you sign up for with this deck. Sometimes a mana doesn't cooperate 100% if you don't have Astrolabe in play. And that turn I wanted to use all my mana for... No, the turn before I wanted to use my mana for Astrolabe into Oko. Or, Plow into Oko? Is that what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, I think I'm like super far ahead still. Whoa. Okay. This is a spot where I wish I'd left in, wait. Oh, they just want to do this because I don't have the Leovold on the board, right? That does make sense. What am I looking for? Well, I think I have enough cantrips that doing that is a mistake. Oh, I need more stuff in my graveyard. That makes sense. So Brainstorm. Okay, so this turn I'm not going to... That's good. Sort of. But this turn I'm not going to cast the... Oh, I kind of want to keep the basics in my deck, don't I, huh? As well, because of Venomix War. But I also don't want to... I think I'm going to play Uro and probably not Leovold. Play this first. Nope. Everyone's favorite giant. I'm not going to answer that question, Honeypot. I have all 4 hymns in my deck, right? Haven't seen one yet, which is kind of crazy. I think now that I know they have Sylvan, I want the Decay back in my deck and probably shaving another Plow. It's possible I should have just had 2 Plow, 2 Decay in this matchup, period. They can Karakas my Uro, but that's fine. Okay. Fuck. That's less okay. They only play like one of this card, so I was willing to take a gamble, but... Sucks. It's not the end of the world, but... So I basically think what I'm gonna do now is yeah. They just rectored out the Ugin. Alright. I think I have a plan, it's just not very good. So this can get swamp, I can hymn them. I go to 3, but I go to 6 next turn. So I should... Don't think I want this anymore. I don't think I want this. I'll actually be at 2, but... Where are my Dead of Winters? Yeah, big dodge on the dino there. Don't like any of this. This plow has been unbelievably bad. Them drawing the Karakas, I think, kind of screwed me. But... Oh, yeah. Actually, I should do that. Good call. I could have been doing that for a while, but... Oh no, I guess the first one had to kill Ugin. Really did, right? I don't have any recursion in my deck, but they don't know that. Also, Shifting Ceratops is honestly not very good versus Plow, but... I think I actually do have to Plow one. The reason to Plow one is if I don't, I would take 4, go to 1, gain 3 off of Uro, go to 4. Which is not really ideal. Not good enough, I think. Just gonna ship both. I don't want to spend mana to draw a card either. Felidar Retreat would still be good. So I'm sort of hoping to draw that one. Play in Bouncer and then not have enough to escape it. Also, I don't have enough to play and escape it, most likely. And leave a Veil for a potential Abrupt Decay. It's not doing anything on defense. So, escape next turn is the same thing as attacking with it next turn. Chimney. Except you have to spend a lot of mana doing that. I don't think the life points are going to matter that much. Think you should think it all the way through before just saying things. Still looking for retreat. It's basically retreat or bust, I think. But I do have to keep the cantrip here. So my colored sources actually matter. So it's really hard to tell because you should, I don't know. It's really hard for a streamer to tell, right? Because you didn't make that abundantly clear, in my opinion. Him and Veil are pretty bad here, I think. But maybe I should keep the Veil and just ship the Earl. No, I don't... Chimney, I disagree. If you've been in Twitch chats, that is just not the case, in my opinion. I'm just gonna have to disagree with you, my friend. Okay. That's what needed to happen. Yeah, you're a 2-month sub. Thanks. $12. So even if they lattice me now, I think I can get through the lattice, essentially, because I'll have enough creatures. Don't think playing the Stormcaller does very much. I think I can kill the Karn before the lattice comes out. Before the lattice actually locks me out, but we'll see what happens. If they draw another creature, it might be difficult. But like I can make forward progress. Oko's gone. That's a problem. God damn it. So I need to draw a Decay. Their tokens can attack, and I'm not allowed to crack my fetch. So this is pretty bad. Nope, dead. Alright, Sylvan. Could have played it better. I could have forced the Academy Rector, or the Arena Rector, when it was cast, so that was probably a mistake. But to be fair, it was only a mistake because they had their one of tower. So I'm not sure. Might go back and rewatch that and decide whether it was a mistake or not. Still thinking about it. Oh, there I should have bounced Recast Zero. That is true. 0 watts, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I should have bounced Recast Zero there. Yeah. How do you find good lists for Legacy? Yeah, you can go to Goldfish, mtggoldfish.com. Yeah, I think it. That was disappointing. Did goof it. The stick is fine, I think, at least, but I don't know. A lot of shit's been going down. The best deck at losing to Mindbreak Trap is more like it. Alright, good. Disaster averted. Is this Stifle? Infect with their 1-0 Stifle? That's a sort of brutal. Oh, it's Sultai Shadow, I guess? It is Sultai Shadow, huh? I guess that would make more sense. The answer is that's probably true, but it's so hard to assess the effect of it. If this is Sultai Shadow, then these are actually pretty good. Very weird Shadow deck, if this is Shadow. little bit of a tell that I floated black first. I shouldn't have done that. I decided playing the Sylvan's better because hitting my 4th land next turn would be so good that I think it's correct. Okay. I think I'll just play Ice-Fang to block, but I have to fetch now. The question is, do I play around Wasteland? Don't think I really can. Plan is to just block the shadow with my Ice-Fang, of course. So you could cast Coatl in response to Ponder, but then if they find a Fatal Push off the Ponder, they're incentivized to keep it. So you should just let it resolve, I think. If they find a Force, obviously it kind of sucks, but... I should have left up Plains to bluff Source of Plowshares, probably. Also, this has outsized my sweeper, which is also unfortunate, but I do play 4 Swords to Plowshares, which is like the best card versus Death Shadow. Sphinx of Javar Visile. Nice, I like it. So they're looking for a push, decay, or force, or something like that, I think. Is Blue Diamonds an Almond Company? I guess so. Dismember is pretty bad for me too. Not gonna lie. That is a big angry shadow. Plow? Damn. So if I Sea Gate him, I guess I have to Sea Gate him and then hope to Uro into a Plow next turn. I'll be at 3 and they'll still have that, so I actually need to get pretty lucky, I think. Man, how sick would a removal spell be right here instead of a him? That's bad. So I need to Uro into a Plow, essentially. That buys me a few turns. Okay. Yeah. I think generally the only reason to play Shadow is if you think there's a lot of decks that can't kill Death Shadow. Like Death Shadow is an okay card versus like Rug Delver, right? But generally speaking, I think this can go. This is actually fine. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, generally speaking, I think having the rug shell is so broken that it's probably better to play it. So their Sultai kind of means I think Leovold is better than average because it doesn't get blasted like it does in the other matchup. Don't think I really want to be hemming. Trophy's like exactly okay, except like I sort of expect them to have Veil as well. And that's like kind of a bad exchange. But on the other hand, like maybe I just want it anyways. Alright. I think I'm actually gonna shave exactly 2 Force of Wills, but not all of them. No, I don't like BUGw when my opponent has a lower mana curve than I do a lot, especially with days and shit. Basically, I view BUGw as really like a dedicated land hate slot. I don't personally want to be doing that. I understand if other people do, but I think it's a high variance plan. That's pretty good. I don't know what they're going to take. Probably depends on their hand. Yeah, that makes sense. This actually might not be very good versus them, now that I think about it. But they do have, like, Baleful Strix and Brazen Borrower. It's, like, pretty good versus those. I think Sea Gate's been pretty good. I think Sea Gate's like a good card, not a great card. Like, it's not at the same level as the other 2019 or 2020 cards. So the other question is, do I even attack them? Because like attacking them's kind of bad if it doesn't like actually kill them. I don't think I'm actually going to attack them. Is it better than Snapcaster Mage? Well, I played against versus D&T where I got ripped, and it was definitely much better than Snapcaster Mage in that game. And I think generally people do value Graveyard Hate pretty high versus Uro. So I think in a post-board game it actually is better. They know about this Dead of Winter, right? Okay. And I didn't come here not to cast my Dead of Winter. Alright, so now I'm actually going to attack them because they've already done all of the work. Like, I think attacking them before when they were exactly at 13 was good, but now that they're below 13, you might as well just get it in there. Yeah, Stormcaller is a worse top deck. I think Legacy's fine right now. I mean, a new set just came out, 0 watts. Like, let it be for a bit, you know? Okay. Save another one. I'm just gonna sit here and try to block their shadow, you know? Okay. It didn't matter. I could have fetched for the 4th snow permanent chimney. I consider Street Wraith. But most people aggro cycle Street Wraith as well. Yeah, I had the Labe. It's worth it. It's so worth it to force there, in my opinion. Even though, like, obviously, it's like not a good exchange. But like, what else are my forces doing? Like, I get such a huge advantage by doing this. So, all right. On the draw, I think force is even less reliable, actually, but these cards all kind of suck. So I think I'm just gonna leave the forces in my deck. I haven't drawn a Plow yet this match. Plow's like the best card in this matchup. So if they're Bug Shadow with Wasteland, do you think they actually have I hate Molly Amber's Thoughtseize decks, but this is kind of awful. My mana setup though? Alright, I guess I reluctantly keep, but this is on the low end. What I was about to say is... Alright, this is Stifle. It smells like Stifle anyways. Alright, I don't mind Astrolabe as much as other people do, I think. I mean, I agree it's a design mistake, but Legacy is full of design mistakes, right? I think this person cut Berserk from their deck, Bryant. Like, once they started playing Baleful Trixes and Brazen Borrowers and Okos, like, how much room is there? You know? Do I want to draw Leovold? Probably not. Damn, that sucks. So they're playing around Stifle. I guess. Everything sucks. I guess I'm not dying too quickly, so I still have time to draw out of this. Fuck me. Alright. This ended real bad. Alright, come on, green source off the top. Playing around Veil. There's no reason to risk it. Alright, crisis averted for now. Although I briefly had no mana sources. Very briefly had no mana sources. Did I play around Days? What's up, Pemin? I don't know, not much. Just losing a bunch. Playing not great and losing. Trying some new cards. No, I did do that, yeah. I don't know. Right. So they wastelanded and like stifled me a bunch, but I don't actually feel like I'm in bad shape for now. I mean, they keep drawing these cantrips, which is not great. When's the last time I played my A game? I don't know. Personally, I find it like... I think I did play my A game in the online RPT where I played John Sacrifice, but besides that, I don't really know. I guess. I can still find a... I have 4 plows left in my deck. I'm close to cutting it, yeah. Astrolabe would be a good draw. I haven't drawn one. Plow would be fine. I kind of despise losing to Stifle. Like... Deck. Yeah, I agree with you, Bryant, obviously, but I mean, so I have to. It has to be Dead of Winter on top. All right, opponent. That really sucked because, like, I think if I draw Astrolabe or if I fetch, I didn't really have a lot of options with fetching because I didn't have that many lands in my hand. Or no, I had a lot of lands in my hand, so I thought it would be okay. All right, trying to scrape out the 2/3. Well, do you think that was the right shell for it, Harry? Like, Stifle plus Thoughtseize, I don't think go that well together. So, like, what Thoughtseize does is it tries to poke a hole in their, like, relevant cards in hand, and Stifle tries to poke a hole in their mana, or, like, buy enough time, like, that you kill them with your, like, idiots or whatever, you know? But that game, like, my opponent played Baleful Strix, double Stifle to fetch, and I nearly made it out of my mana situation alive because their cards were, like, Thoughtseize and not, like, you know, I don't know how to put it. Their deck was sort of incoherent or disjointed, I think, is the problem. I mean, obviously, you can still lose. Alright, great modal double face card joke, Magic Commons. This hand's quite good, actually. Stifle was, like, not even, like, very good. Like, I mean, it probably won them the game, but it was almost close enough not to being good enough, I think, right? Oh, that was a phenomenal draw. Basic Island Preordain makes me think that Dead of Winter is going to be quite bad, actually. But there's nothing I can do about it. So I think this is Omnitel. Um, Actually, it's probably not Omnitel because they would play Snow Island, right, for their Ice-Fangs. This is an RTR Island, right? RTR, is it Island, I think? I think they're so unlikely to have Wasteland that I'll just fetch the duel. Maybe High Tide, I guess? Looking for him mostly, I think. I do play a bunch of hymns, which is nice. Yep. Alright, let's see what I draw. Sucks. I was hoping to find... Like, so the thing is, pitching the Brainstorm is pretty bad anyways, unless if I know I have another blue card, so I think finding 2 more blue cards would have been better, but maybe that was a mistake. But yeah, now I'm just priced to forcing their force. And then hemming their last 2 cards, and then hoping that Sylvan finds me enough stuff. So I think I'm just going to pay the max to try to dig past these bad cards. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Great. Alright, they had another spiral and a strand. That makes sense. So I think I am going to play the Teferi and hope to fade for a turn, just because it's not, like... Like, they need a Tide plus another card to go off. And if I get this into play, that means all my forces are just basically unanswerable. Plus, I wanted to dig past my shitty Sylvan Library again. Scroll for Tide and Wish, maybe? Pact. Alright. What does Pact do versus Teferi? This seems actually quite bizarre. Someone explained to me why they scrolled for Pact, right? Doesn't it just not make sense? Like, that literally doesn't do anything, right? So they're Brainstorm Walk too. I must have forgot about Teferi. That's the logical conclusion, yeah. Maybe they're unfamiliar with Teferi. I suppose that is a possibility, yeah. I think I'm going to force this because it's most likely... Oh, actually... So it probably gets Wipe Away? think I'm supposed to force it, but it's not that. It's not a slam dunk either way, right? As expected, my hand is full of dead cards because that's what happens. I think this is actually not good enough or even close to it. I would have taken like an Uro, but I don't think Oko will do it. They're playing High Tide with a green splash. Okay, that's a lot better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could kick thing. Guess I will. Maybe I won't actually, because damn. All right. I think I'm not going to kick it actually, because I think I want to leave drawing force and 4 cards as an out. Okay. My opponent was tired of my value, I guess. I think I'm going to leave in like 2 plows in case if there's like Xantid Swarm or some shit, but I'm going to take out Dead of Winter. I do improve quite a bit. Like, you saw how many plows and decays I drew. I guess maybe I should leave in decay instead of plow because of Carpet of Flowers. Oh, Ferrando, I didn't want to because I want to stay on 2 to alt cast Force of Will. I don't think I need Felidar Retreat. And yeah, I think Veil is good. That's why I just put it in while thinking about it. Alright. I don't like Nihil Spellbomb. I don't think it actually does anything. But Circling High Tide might be debilitating for them if they don't understand that they need to side out a High Tide. Because their deck really does not work without that card. Like, it actually does not work. So on average, their deck is like turn 4.5, so I feel comfortable with keeping a hand that's like this. But obviously, like, there is a fail case here. I've always wondered if the green splash is actually good or not, Truckus, if you're still here. I think Truckus is still here. I guess Veil's like pretty messed up though, right? I think I'm just gonna play Leovold this turn actually, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. But I think Veil was better than Growth Spiral. Which I'm sure you can relate to, right? Oops. That's a lot of green sources for what's essentially 4 tropical islands and a bunch of fetches. So I could have played him there, but it plays into Veil, so I didn't want to. Feels like they have Veil, but maybe I'm not allowed to play around it. Maybe I can. Like, they've used 1 force. Alright. I think I am going to play around Veil. Damn, they're floating a green. Alright, guess I have to play into Veil now, though. Yep, there was the Veil that was face up that I refused to play into. But now I'm basically dead unless if they fizzle. But with like 2 active tides and a Veil, it's like super hard to fizzle. When they brainstormed on 1, it made me think that they had Veil. So that's what was going on there. 1 Fawn, 4 Forceful. Like, I would not recommend this list for a tournament. I was just trying things out, you know? The Dark Matter, thanks for the follow. They could, like, hypothetically fizzle. It's unlikely, but it's hypothetically possible. So I guess they cut Cunning Wish for Granted. Adorable. Is this good? Was the plan playing around Veil? Hope that they exactly had to tap out and not leave a green up, which I think is reasonable. All right, we get to be on the play. All right, I see no reason to leave Decay in my deck based on what has happened. Like, the win con might be better. I should not have F6. I do have Trap. That's why I undid the F6. Blue card for Force, I guess. I couldn't cast Force of Negation on my turn, the dark matter. If it was Force of Will, I definitely would have. Right. This is actually a keep. If I Brainstorm into a black source, it's like pretty good. Yeah, I don't really love that, but maybe I should have done that. The dark matter. It's possible. RJ, thank you for the follow. Right. I think I'm going to play it patient. Here I think I am going to EOT Brainstorm, because if I hit a land in my top 3 and... Oh shit, the Leovold's on top of my deck. Okay. I guess I just draw the Leovold and Brainstorm and then... The bottom bottomed. I really wish I'd found a veil there. The land's good though. Don't think I need Uro. Could have also sided out as Snow Plains in this matchup, actually. Oh, that's good. It's actually really good. How to play this now? I guess I could hymn them and... Oh, shoot, I took this... Damn it, I took the stop off the second main. That sucks. There was supposed to be a stop right there. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just let it go? I'm actually just satisfied letting it go. The next turn I'll do the hymn thing. How can I tell what I'm trapping? Is it targeting both? I actually just can't even tell. One, two. Alright, I'm gonna assume that worked, but it's actually really, really hard to tell. Hey, yo, what's up, Cal? Like, I couldn't actually tell if I was trapping their shit or not, which was super annoying. Right? Like, wasn't it, like, super, super hard to tell if it was actually targeting those things? Very rancid. Yeah, it was not great. Yeah, but I was not confident it was going to work, you know? Alright, we salvaged the 2-3. How many subs do I have? 2 subs. Alright, so I'm going to open a pack. An IRL pack. But then I'm going to build a different deck. I had 1 vote for Tom Depps. Yeah, respectfully weird. It was super, super annoying. Alright, let's play I open a pack and what would I first pick? You know? It's a fun game. Alright. There appears to be a Jace in this pack, right? Open the pack and build around the rare. It's weird. I think this format has a lot of rares that are just not very good, actually. Like, there's a bunch of lands you can open. Also, wow. These packs are really hard to open. Maybe I'm bad at opening packs. Jesus. Alright, there we go. Alright. Living Tempest, 4 and a blue, 3/3 flash fire. Sizzling Barrage, 1 in red, Searing Barrage, or Sizzling Barrage deals 4 damage to target creature that block this turn. Risen Riptide, don't sleep on this card. It's actually pretty good. 2 and a blue, 0/5. Whenever you cast a kick spell, it becomes a 5/5. Base 5/5 until end of turn. Zilport Duelist, blue, 1/1 flash. When it comes into play, up to 1 target creature gets -2/-7 until end of turn. Its controller mills 2 cards. It also is a human rogue. I think the Barrage is not very good, personally. But I think a lot of cards in this set have their place, but I don't think Barrage really has a place. Tajuru Snarecaster, 2 and green, 1/4 reach, but it's an elf rogue. Sea Gate Banneret. Okay, this has relevant creature types and is a late game sync, so it's like fine to play 1 or 2. Core Warrior, 1/2, 4 and a white. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Yes. 2 and a red, 0/3 wall, defender reach. Creatures you control have haste, 0/3. Not very good. So there's also a huge premium on putting non-party creature types into your deck. Like, it's actually a very real cost. 3 and a black, 4/3 Vampire Warrior. Vanilla, but this is a fine card. It's like fine. Spell Shield, if you really need a dive down that has kicker. Blue, kicker 1. It gets +0/+3. If it was kicked, it also gets hexproof until end of turn. Ah, yes, this card annoys me so much. Base Camp. Colorless, land. Well, by the way, definition of lands are colorless. It comes in play tapped. Tap, add colorless to your mana pool. Or tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard, or to activate an ability of a cleric, rogue, warrior, wizard. So tap lands are not the best, and this one, like, it only casts creatures or, you know, party creatures or the party abilities. It's really not a very good card, I think. Yeah, it could have been untapped. Alright. Kitesail Cleric. It has relevant types. It's a core cleric. Kicker, 2 and a white. Flying. When it comes to play, if it's kicked, tap up to 2 target creatures. Fine card, not like busted or anything. Oh! We have probably what's the best card in the pack. 5 in the red, 4/5 trample. It's a modal double face card. It's a warrior. And it's just a tapped red source on the backside. This card is quite strong though. Alright, the rare in the pack is Crate Plate Baloth. 5 green, kicker 2 and a green. This spell can't be countered. Hexproof haste. When it comes into play, if it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counters on it instead. Personally, I think it's really easy to get a lot of expensive cards. I would take Arcum Warrior in this pack very happily. And I opened two lands. The forest is foil. And look, WotC sanctioning proxies. I'm joking because it says you can use this case to represent a double face card, but yep, I would take Arcum Warrior. I think Arcum Warrior is much better than the green card. Plus, I kind of hate green. I guess the second pick would be Crate Plate Baloth, but I'm not thrilled about it. Alright. That concludes that pack opening. Alright, so what deck should I build next? Bryant voted Depths. What else could I play? I guess Rug. Alright, I'm gonna run a 60-second poll between Rug and Depths, and if people... Bomberman has aged real bad. Great play. Bailout. No, probably not. Alright, I'm gonna run a poll for 90 seconds between a few choices. Yo, Mike, I was gonna put another one in. How do we delete the poll? End poll. Stop poll? Alright, I guess Depths is winning. But I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Apparently you can't stop the poll. That's crazy. I'm going to run an ad and I'll be back to build Negator 77 Depths and probably play it. Unless if something overcomes it. So be back in a few minutes.